anyway, so we took this company, and I ended up going into Harrods and Phoenix and Galeries Lafayette in Paris. We built it up, and we eventually sold it to Monarch Industries, who basically actually ran it into the ground. But that's another story. But at the time, fashion watches were really big in Europe. And I'm going to tell you, you're looking at a man that turned down the distribution for the UK from Swatch.
Really?
A guy by the name of Jeffrey Ashworth came to me. He offered me the first Swatch watch, which I don't know if you remember, was a skeleton watch. And this is like the guy that turned down the Beatles, right? So, and he said, would you be interested? Because he saw that the shelf space we were getting in all the other companies, in all the stores in London and Europe, and he said, would you be interested in taking on the distribution for Swatch? And I said, well, what is the advertising budget? And I think back then it was 200,000, which was enormous, right? And I said, I just don't have that sort of money spare. And he even said, look, we'll do some sort of pay and play, we'll pay for it, you play, and then you can pay us back through profits.
Oh my gosh!
Right? Yeah, you say that, and I thought about it, and I still came back and I said no.
Still said no.
Like that's a deal, right?
Yeah, that's
but
what it does. I had so. And also the thing is, I was very protective of the brand Claude Dauphin, and all right, and I didn't want it to lose shelf space to Swatch, which it eventually did, obviously.
Yeah.
And anyway, that was my thinking. But anyway, what I was just saying is that it was just the side hustle that gives you the cash flow to do that. Okay.
Yes.
And even in this day and age, I still have that sort of mindset, because I know we're going to get on and talk about PropertyOnion later on. But that's the reason for PropertyOnion, started 8 years ago, because I didn't want to just sit there and wait for my next deal to come along. I wanted a cash flow. Anyway.